athletes that are going to the World Championship in Oregon. Actually, we had 46 athletes going, and all of them by yesterday had left, except for our 100 meters champion, Ferdinand Omanyala. At 6:30 this morning, he got his visa issued, and he'll be leaving the country at 6 p.m. Today. I was on the phone with him the whole of yesterday. Actually, we communicated. The day before yesterday, we were in communication, and this morning we're also in communication. He just picked up the visa from the Ministry of Sports, I think about an hour ago. We also managed to secure the second visa for him, which was for the United Kingdom, because we're expecting him to go and represent our country at the Commonwealth Games that will be starting at the end of July until the middle of August. So just to assure everybody that the American embassy has been very, very supportive. There were issues that needed to be attended to. They attended to all those issues. They worked overtime to make sure that Kenyan athletes left in good time to be able to compete. And so actually I want to just take this opportunity to say thank you very, very much to the staff of the American embassy led by Mr. Eric Nidler, who have been extremely generous with their time, have been very, very committed to making sure that all our athletes left in good time, and that finally managed to work on the last visa that we're waiting for of Ferdinand Omanyala. Now all our athletes will be gone by the end of today. I think those that will be left behind will be some of the officials and some members of the technical bench, and those will also be leaving shortly. But we wanted to make sure that the priority was given to our athletes because they are the ones going to compete. They are at the core of everything that we do at the Ministry of Sports, and so we wanted to make sure that they were the priority and that we had all their visas before anybody else could be allowed to actually leave the country. And that's why all of us are around to just make sure that everybody lives and lives happy. And so I think you'll hear from Ferdinand himself talking about the visas that he has received and thanking the American Embassy for the support that they have given to all of us. Thank you very much.
Madam Waziri, just one question here.
These are issued by governments. Yeah? There's no damage. There's no damage control. If I am in the Department of Immigration of Kenya and somebody applies for a visa, I'll carry out due diligence. Yeah, and I'll make sure that I'm issuing the visa having full clarity. Okay, and it took everybody time because you apply and it will happen to you. It happens to me. It happens to all of us. You fill the forms, right? You put them in. They look at the forms, the information in there. They carry out the due diligence they need to carry out, and then they issue the visa. In the case of some countries, for us it's e-visas, as you know. We do it online. In the case of other countries, it's physical. You fill the forms, you're given a date for your interview, isn't that correct? You go, have you ever applied for an American visa? Sure. Yes. So you go for the interview, you're interviewed, right? On the information in the forms, but also on any other information that they want clarity on. As soon as that is done, I go for my interviews myself. Yeah? And I went when I was applying for the visa this time as well. I went for the interview, I answered the questions that were being asked of me, because it's the right of every country, and a right that cannot be questioned, right? To decide when, how, and to who they issue visas. That is something that we can't even quarrel about. And there can't be any damage control because it's the US. The US has an embassy here. It decides when to issue the visa. And all we can do is appeal for quicker facilitation, expedite so that they leave on time to compete. So there was no damage, and I don't think that we're trying to control anything. Yeah? He has received his visa now. I've spoken to him. He has everything ready. He's getting on a flight at 6 p.m. and tomorrow he'll be in Oregon, right? Ready to do what he needs to do.
Thank you.
Asanteni sana.